Hello and welcome to Watch Grok. Today, I want to share the first Rolex that I ever got. So I'm really excited to share this watch with you. This is a watch that I did go over in my video of how I got into watch collecting. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'll leave a link here so that you can go take a look. But in a sense, that's how I got into watch collecting. And in that process, this is when I stumbled across this Rolex watch that I got very interested in and intrigued by. And I fell in love with it. So without further ado, let's take a look at the box. So the Rolex box is very simple, very iconic. This kind of yellow, I'll say like creamish. It's got a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white. And then you can see the crown on top, which is really cool, but very simple, basic. So we take a look inside. Then of course, the iconic green box. So inside this box, we also see that it does say Rolex here. Very clean, very simple. And let's take a look. There it is, the Milgauss. To be more precise, this is the Z Blue Milgauss. Let's take a look at what else is in the box before we dive into the watch. So if we look back here, we have the hang tag, we have the manual, then of course you have the warranty card and the warranty booklet. And now we have the Z Blue Rolex Milgauss. So you got the blue dial. Oh, look at that, like in the right light. I love how it just changes color depending on the lighting. Sometimes it looks super dark, and then in the right light, it looks like this bright blue. It really catches well in the sunlight. Also, you can see that green is a green sapphire crystal, which is super interesting. And one of the things I really love about this watch, it's got a domed smooth bezel. And another really cool feature of this is that lightning hand. Fun fact, the lightning hand is actually made out of copper so that it was malleable to shape. So easier to shape that way and that it would hold the shape. So simple watch, no nonsense. This is stainless steel, 904L. It's got the clasp right here. It's got a screw down crown. It's 100 meters water resistant, and it's got a power reserve of 48 hours. The other quirky thing about this watch is that this was made for scientists. And this was supposed to be a scientist's watch that was resistant to magnetic fields of up to 1000 Gauss. So this has a screw down crown, which helps with that water resistance. You got the nice looking hour markers. Look on the back, clasp. It's an easy, nice clasp here. It does have an extension, so you can open it up so that it fits easier on the wrist, or you don't need it, then you just pop it back for that, quick micro adjustment, which is fantastic on super hot days. The finishing is just amazing on it. I appreciate that it doesn't have a date on it because it means I can put it down, and even if the watch runs out of power, super easy to just wind, set the time and go. It's very interesting that this watch has been discontinued. This watch also has a bit of polarization within the watch community. Some people really hate this watch and some people really like it. For me, the first time I saw this watch, I really liked it, and I'm not quite sure why some people don't seem to appreciate it. But interestingly enough, once it was discontinued, it was the cool watch, and a lot of people try to get their hands on it. I was fortunate enough to get it before it got discontinued, and this is going to be a watch that I definitely will eventually hand down to my kid. This watch will definitely be a watch that stays in the family for generations to come. That green crystal is just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. It's so cool. It's a very unique feature of this watch. And the way it looks like, it almost has like that, it has a bezel and then has like a really thin green bezel, which is really cool, which I really like anyways. Okay, so let's take a look at the measurements. So let me pull out my caliper, turn it on, and this is a 40 millimeter watch. Let's see. So sitting at 40 exactly. The thickness is supposed to be 13.3. 13.3, dead on the nose. I think this is the first watch where the measurements I've been doing and the measurements that are advertised are spot on. If we look at the lug to lug, see that this watch is a lug to lug of about 48.6, and in between the lugs, we're sitting at 20 millimeters in between the lugs. One thing I really like about this watch is the lume. The lume is really cool on this watch. I love the color. So it has super strong lume. The color on it is like this teal turquoisey kind of color, and in the dark it looks really nice. Let's pop it on the wrist. Look at that. Love that, how you can see that green as it comes around. All in all, this is a super special watch. I really love it, and I'm so glad that I was able to get it. And as my first Rolex, I think this was the perfect one. Well, let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment to let me know what you think about the Milgauss, and let me know if you like it or if you don't like it, and why not. I love to hear both sides, particularly from people who aren't a fan of this watch. I'm very curious to know why. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.